Imagine a Buffalo that's bustling, where the waterfront and the outdoors can be enjoyed by everyone. Imagine a community that has the tech world talking, where the rest of the country looks in amazement as young minds are turning dreams to reality. A city where services, healthcare, and more are available to all. A region with educational options second to none, and a school that fosters the growth of future leaders. Imagine a Jewish community within, whose contributions and leading roles in so many different facets show leadership and influence that belie its numbers. Now imagine one couple taking the lead in every aspect of this city's resurgence.
You'd be very hard-pressed to find another couple in Buffalo who has reflected the pride and aspiration of this community.
Jordan and Holly Levy, two people, one couple, synonymous with success.
Holly and Jordy are true leaders, and they don't take a backseat to anyone.
Jordy grew up here, described by longtime friends as someone who always had a lot of energy and always loved a challenge.
My father, he really saw that Jordy could be a real leader, and he saw it early, and would push Jordy, and Jordy was fine being pushed. Jordy was a great student, and he was my father's best student.
Nate decided to grab one day and called us up to ask us to give a pledge to UJA. Now, we didn't know what he was even talking about. Like, we're not doing that. And he convinced us to do it.
What Nate taught us when he called us to make the pledge, we were giving. But what he taught us was there's a big difference between making a gift and making a good gift.
Holly has always stood strong in her beliefs too. A downstate native, it was politics that first brought these two together.
We were young Republicans at a teenage Republican school that Nelson Rockefeller funded. And, I was the only other Jewish Republican, so there you go.
A partnership that produced two children who grew up in warmth and love, and a few of life's lessons.
One time I went to buy my first pair of rollerblades with my dad. And it was just, a simple purchase. Any kid might ride a bike or get rollerblades or anything. And I didn't say thank you after. And he made me go back and reimburse him for the rollerblades because I didn't thank him within, 30 minutes of purchasing.
Taught to be appreciative for what you have.
For any kinds of occasions where I would get money, they asked me to choose a charity. It could be whichever one I wanted. And I would give a percentage of whatever money I got to charity.
It's how they've always lived life, leading by example at home and out in the world. For a couple that has always been on the go, and a man who is always on the phone, they have made it work.
We tell a joke that the only reason we're married 38 years and she's kept me around is because I've only been home for 10 of them.
To Holly, to give of Jordy's time is very meaningful to this community, and we should all be very grateful for that.
Because it's about something bigger than them. The family has always taken great pride in Buffalo. Jordan's dad, Stuart Levy, ran for mayor of Buffalo in 1973. The Republican candidate took on Democrat Stan Mikowski with the slogan, "For the love of Buffalo."
This city would have been very well led under his tenure.
Even in tough times, when it came to Buffalo, what's not to love? Defensive about a city Jordan says he is passionate about.
I remember one day we're on a phone call, and it was in July, and somebody was going to pitch us. It was a conference call. Holly's heard this story before, and there was about 6 or 7 people on the phone, and I came on just a little bit late, and the guy, I don't remember where he was, Atlanta maybe, but he said, so is it still snowing there? It was July. And I basically used some expletives and said, thank you, but this meeting's over, hung up the phone on him. I'm not going to take that.
To listen to these sort of distant stereotypes that are so outdated and so inappropriate and so rude, it's unacceptable.
Jordy and Holly have been standing up for what's right for most of their lives, with each having served as president of the Jewish Federation.
Holly and Jordy have made a tremendous impact. They've been involved for many, many years, from early ages. Jordy and Holly were some of the youngest people to get involved and stay involved, and I think that's what made my father so proud, because he didn't see so many young people getting involved.
They saw the Federation as a steward in guiding the community, the agencies, in the direction the region desired.
And I think that during the 2 years that I served, it started, a sea change, an attitude change, not only with federations, through Federation, but also Federation's collaborative work with the other agencies.
Unafraid, never intimidated, they've had the courage and fortitude to put themselves out there, the modesty to not care who gets the credit, and the ability to say, now it's your turn.
It takes people the people that are watching this video, it takes the people involved in our community and our Jewish community to decide they're going to step forward, and instead of sitting on the sidelines doing nothing.
They're showing others that when you give, you get. You can shake things up, take strong stands. Where would some of these organizations be without them?
Holly will never be quiet about Planned Parenthood and about women's health, and she will never be quiet about preventing teenage pregnancy.
It has been my first passion, and long before I was involved with Federation, I was escorting at the clinics.
She will tell the person walking down the street, and she will tell a politician at a cocktail party how she feels about Planned Parenthood.
97% of what that organization does are reproductive health screenings, cancer screenings, AIDS testing, Planned Parenthood, services.
A sophisticated board member who spoke her mind, demanded excellence, and provided knowledge and leadership. Just like here at the Park School, one of the oldest progressive schools in the country, Holly and Jordy recognized the value for their own kids.
I think that what my family saw in Park School was a place that would really try and understand me as a kid.
Holly also recognized the need for Park School not only to survive, but thrive as a viable option for many. As a board member for years, she helped ensure its longevity. Part of an unbroken chain of leaders, whether it's helping to organize important fundraisers or being a key donor herself, providing a legacy gift.
And when people do that, it signals, at least to me, that they believe in the mission of the school and they want the school to continue well beyond their own personal experience with the school.
And again, a board member who is engaged.
That goes back to this idea of a volunteer who gets it, who's not just going to sit quietly and listen to board reports, but is actually going to read everything, digest it, understand it, and then will be able to say, tell me more about this, or I don't understand this, or perhaps you're not going in the right direction.
The impact she has in this community, it's mind-blowing.
Young people graduating from there now with greater hope than ever that there will be opportunity for them to come back here to stay.
I want to have these guys read the stuff before Saturday.
There's the Z80 incubator, where Jordy Levy, the student, became Jordy Levy, the teacher.
We got 12, 13 companies. We invested money. We did it for this purpose. We started to get some stuff happening.
Where 20-somethings bring their ideas, their plan, their vision, creating a startup community here in Western New York. In a city where the startups, coupled with the 43 North business competition, are not just the talk of the town, but the talk of a nation.
We're the envy of the country because of what's happened. And again, it's like, so this is creating this momentum, this inertia, and all of a sudden people are excited about what's happening. That's what we're trying to do.
I think you could have done a search internationally and said, who would you want to lead the revitalization of the spirit of a community and of entrepreneurship? And you couldn't have found anyone better. Period.
Of course, nowhere is there that sense of momentum more palpable than at Canalside.
There's no doubt in my mind that Jordy's impact has been profound.
Appointed by New York's governor to take a lead role in developing the long underused stretch of property.
In a town that had honed cynicism and skepticism to a high art form, Jordy, as you might imagine, was undeterred.
I always felt like if we don't rebuild our waterfront, we're never going to have that crescendo. that climax of activity, and that it was the place that make people once again proud.
Quickly recognizing there need not be one silver bullet, Jordy gained consensus at the table to think differently, providing a spectacular playground for residents and visitors to Buffalo. Finally.
When I go down there today, I just smile. I look at people and I see what we built, and I just say that if you decide that you're going to do something, and you can accomplish that.
So much work, so many, years of putting in so many thousands of hours, and I look at it now and it's amazing.
Proud again? No one more so than the man who has always said he is in it for the love of Buffalo.
Well, Jordan hadn't been here to hold this thing together, to be very frank with you. I'm being political now, but I'm also being a father. It wouldn't have happened. Jordan had the strength and the tenacity to hold it together.
This community owes him a true debt of gratitude to make sure that he gets the recognition that he so rightly deserves for Canalside.
And when others start seeing momentum, there's a buy-in.
And now I think many more people are willing to take the risk because they see that things are happening.
And the appreciation you get back makes you feel so good that you want to keep doing more when you can.
He's like a tsunami in a good way that kind of washes over you.
Because this is home, after all.
I'm churning inside. I'm so proud of him. I don't want to grab him and give him a big kiss.
For the love of Buffalo, isn't that what this is all about?
I mean, they're the best people I could ever ask for parents, and they've done such a great job raising my brother and I.
Holly and Jordy, Lori and I love and respect you so much. We're so proud of you, so proud of everything you do and have accomplished.
Congratulations, Holly and Jordy. You have done so much for this community, for Buffalo, for Western New York. Thank you for that, and thank you for standing with Planned Parenthood.
We can't think of any two people more deserving of this award, and we send our congratulations, best wishes, and a happy evening.
Holly, Jordy, on behalf of all of us at the Park School of Buffalo, thank you so much for all you've done for us.
We love you so much. You have so much to be proud of. Thank you for all you've done for us, for our incredible friendship now for 30 years, and for all you've done for Buffalo and Western New York.
Mom, Dad, for everything you've ever done for me, for everything you've done for the Buffalo community, I just want to say thank you.
Just like I said, for the love of Buffalo, and that's what you've done. You've made this a great future for the young people of this city.
No need to imagine. It is a bustling Buffalo that has become a waterfront destination, that has the tech world talking, a city with fabulous services and schools, and a Jewish community raising leaders this city couldn't be without. Thanks to you, Jordan and Holly Levy.